And welcome back to the Pokemon Team Creation Series. Today's Pokemon Team Creation Series suggestion comes to us from, let me get all the names here, okay, because there's quite a few people here. Snailcorn, Mariah1, Cardboard Idiot, Dr. Dumbass, and there was one other name who escapes me because I wrote it too small. Who asked the question, what is the Pokemon team of Frakjaw from Lego Ninjago? I've noticed a lot of people, and I'm going to preface it what I'm saying here, saying, you like what you like, God bless you. I'm not I'm not getting on anyone's case who actually enjoys Ninjago, all that. I am not a Ninjago fan, and I don't hate any of the Lego products. I love the Lego Movie, and the Lego Movie 2 is really good. I do like Lego products. I'm just not a Ninjago guy. I didn't care about Ninjago at all. So my knowledge of Ninjago is so bare bones, it's probably even beyond bare bones. The bones are even worn away. It's so bare bones. So my knowledge is limited. My interest isn't even that high. So for any of you and I'm getting a lot of people giving me Ninjago requests or Lego-based requests, and I'm like, I'll do it. Some of the what ifs I'm just not doing because I am having someone do a what if based off a property where they're not even that invested in the property is not going to be a fun time. So if you're giving me Ninjago-based what ifs or Lego-based what ifs, I have bad news for you. I'm not doing those what ifs. I'm sorry. I want to be very upfront about that now. But anyway, so I say all this to kind of give you the idea that I am going basically off the Wikipedia pages or the wiki pages of information that we have available for these characters here. Frakjaw is what is known as, I believe, a Skulkin warrior, and he usually has served multiple different lords. He's more or less a goon, but he does have a couple character traits that kind of go along with him. One of the big ones is that he's extremely talkative to the point that he talked so much that was turned into a punishment for those in the underworld to just listen to him talk for pretty much all eternity. Other than that, though, he's mostly dim-witted, but seems to be highly observant, capable of actually being able to capable of picking out stealth individuals very accurately. And he's a skeleton, so I had that to work with roughly. So let's just get to it. Right out the gate, the Pokedex entry for this doesn't match, really. Because they say Houndstones are actually among the most loyal of Pokemon. But it is the only skeleton Pokemon we actually have. I mean, you look at this is a damn skeleton. So this did make sense that if you're going to have a skeleton, have a Pokemon team, you'd have the one skeletal Pokemon on the team, or that exists on the team. Also, though, you can make the argument that he is still loyal to the people he serves. So I guess you could make that connection. Also, I knew another ghost was immediately going to be on the team when I realized, okay, these guys usually carry weapons on them. Blades are among them. So Ghost Blade, Hone Edge, there you go. It's perfectly simple, easy peasy. Then another ghost I made on team was Duskull. This one was strictly an appearance thing. It's the only other Pokemon that has any real skeletal nature to it outside of like a fossil Pokemon. But that's an exoskeleton, not a true bone skeleton. Duskull obviously has a little skull on its face. Now that's not actually bone as far as we can tell. It's just a skull-looking face, but it still counts. And I used the Duskull as opposed to Dusknoir or Dusclops. A, because lack of a skeletal appearance, but B, Frakjaw, frankly, isn't all that powerful from what I can tell. He's just got some uses. I also then wanted to put in something that represented the fact that he is not the one in charge. He's basically just not a true pawn, but a henchman. And pawnyards are, they're pawns versus bishops. Or bisharps. They are just, little soldiers going out to fight. And this is another one you can make an argument kind of is a bit skeletal in appearance. So there's that benefit. Plus the dark type represents the whole undead, technically evil thing. Last two Mon on the team, I wanted to go with the idea of his talking being so extreme that it's been deemed a punishment in the underworld. So one, I went with Loudron as one of the options for this. Loudred is an extremely loud Pokemon and therefore kind of annoying in that regards. It does look like a Pokemon that is, quite frankly, too loud, too annoying, and just would be torturous to be around for more than, a certain amount of time. The last one is one of the only mons that can kind of learn human speech, but more importantly, because Frakjaw's kind of shtick is he talks too much, I wanted a Pokemon that kind of talk too much, but there aren't a lot of Pokemon that do that, except for one that learns the move Chatter, Chatot. This, I felt, was kind of the best indicator. Chatot made more sense for another character. He made more, what was it, Shinso? Anyway, the character in My Hero who had the quirk that allowed him to brainwash people. And then he had the synthesizer, which actually changed his voice. That made a lot more sense. Whenever I get around to actually doing his team officially in the series, I will do that because Chatot was one of his main mon on the team. Because Chatter basically imitates imitates a voice command and copies that, and you are able to, attack with a copied, imitated voice. But yeah, so this is the team I have for Frakjaw. It's not anything amazing. It's really not that strong a team. Even if you fully evolved the team, it wouldn't be that god awful if it was all fully evolved, because you'd have you'd have 3 dual types, but actually no, sorry, you'd have only 2 dual types. You'd have 3, but you have 3 ghosts on the team regardless. So this team is already weak to dark. It's got a solid resistance though to fighting, except for the Pawniard line. It's partly immune to ghost, but the fact is it's mostly just monotypes. With 3, there's 3 dual types. I forgot Chatot is a normal flying type. But it's not the best team in terms of balance. Not even close. Is it a god-awful team? I can't say that. Ghost type is still a powerful type. Dusknoir is a powerful mon. Houndstone is actually pretty powerful. And obviously Aegislash is an extremely useful Pokemon. Ghost Steel is no joke. Explouds are actually solidly powerful. Chatot's probably the weak link here, and King Gambit is actually a pretty beast mon. I haven't gotten it yet in the game, but it's a pretty beast mon. Either way, though, this is the Pokemon team that I've chosen for... Whoops, I did the wrong thing here. This is the Pokemon team that I have chosen for Frakjaw. Let me know in the comments below if you like this team, what you would do different, or if you would not do anything different. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.